was so much crazier. Like now that we're live, I can't even say it now. Can't even repeat what happens. But in the let's just say
clutch move, Cheeky.
In the comics, Michonne, the governor does something very bad to Michonne. It's crazy because they do it in a way where even in the comic they don't show what happens, but Glenn is in the next cell because they're prisoners listening to it, and he hears it, and you could see the bubbles, everything that's being said and done is horrible. And then later on, like a couple issues later, Michonne gets revenge on the governor, and she just tortures him like with just like a drill, and then there's a spoon in the eye, and that's how he loses his eye. She pops his like eye out with like a spoon or something. It was so brutal. And I'm reading this comic, and this is like when the comic was mad underground and it wasn't really big yet. And I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, this is a zombie comic with the most horrific thing that's happening in it is between the humans. And I was like, wow, this is so bugged out. Yeah, and years later it would become. Did I ever show you the story about how I think I'm part of the reason why Walking Dead got made a TV show?
Yes.
Did I ever tell you the story? I told you.
Tell it again.
Yes.
Tell it again.
Wait. Before you tell it, welcome to 3 Beats Later.
3 Beats Later.
We are a music streaming podcast show where we come on and do challenges, and every week is a new challenge, a new concept that we have to create and give you some unique perspectives from each of our own producing abilities. Sometimes we do music, sometimes we get into comics, sometimes we talk about the Bills.
Sometimes it's Monday night, sometimes it's Tuesday
sometimes
night.
It's Monday night, sometimes it's Sunday night.
Sometimes it's if it's me, it's always Sunday night. You know what I mean? No matter what day of the week.
No matter what day it is, we appreciate you coming to check us out and rock with us. And if you are a producer, we encourage you to submit beats for the challenges. We do play the tracks live on the show, so make sure you lock in with the challenges and submit your beats if you are a producer. And with that, I'll let P take it away on how he created The Walking Dead.
And wait, one more little thing. And the reason we're talking about this is because Q dropped a video talking about season 11 of the show. So if you don't subscribe to Q's tube, you need to go do that on YouTube right now. Go over to Q.Rock 639 on YouTube. You can see why he stopped watching Walking Dead. Okay, man. Keep going, P.
Real quick. I don't want to take too much time, but it was I was working or not working. I was at this comic book store, one of the dopest comic stores in New York, and it no longer is there. Bergen Street Comics. Shout out everyone who was part of Bergen Street Comics because that was a really dope. Yeah, in Brooklyn. And I was at Bergen Street Comics, and I was just doing my comic thing, and this dude walks in, and he's looking around, and I'm like looking at the new issue of Walking Dead or something like that, and he's like, "Hey, do you know anything about this comic?" And I start to nerd out on it. I'm just like, yeah, no, it's the coolest, like this really cool little horror comic, and some black and white and yada 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 yada. And he's like, yeah, I work for I think he said AMC or whatever. He's like, yeah, we're thinking about adopting it into a TV show. So thanks for putting me onto it or whatever. I came here to read it, and I'm happy that you kind of introduced me to it. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I feel like whoever that guy was must have gone on
to cut the check.
I know, right? Give me my finder's fee, homie. Let me look. I mean, y'all made made $1 billion off that shit.
Cheeky cut the check.
Let me get like a couple grand.
Hey, and they got all kinds of spinoffs jumping off, so it's never too late.
Yeah.
I saw some of I started watching the series with what's the dude's name? Ruben Blades, like the one that was like
Fear the Walking Dead.
Fear the Walking Dead. Yeah, that was pretty dope, but I didn't get through that far in it.
I might have to do a video on that.
They're about to be done with that one, ain't it?
Huh?
They're about to be done with that one, right?
I don't know if they're wrapping it up too. I'm not really sure. I can say this.
I just want to say
it sucks.
At this point, The Walking Dead, bro. It's only so long you can survive a zombie apocalypse before you become a zombie. Like, damn, yo.
Everyone's already a zombie.
Yo, okay, here we go. All right. We're all survivors. Who's the leader of our crew?
Yo, I'm not. Because I'm going off on myself. Y'all going.
I'm going with Cheeky. I mean,
shit. Yo,
going with Cheeky.
I'm setting E up, man. I'm setting him up.
Well, you set me up.
Just, I gotta take my competition out early.
I'm not the competition because I'm gonna be all by myself in the top of the tallest tower with the most.
E, come help me. We gotta go collect nuts and berries.
Nah,
you can't protect her, Rick. You can't protect her, Rick.
Nah, bro.
And then I trip you down the stairs.
Coral.
Get him,
Coral.
No, absolutely. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm at the top of the Empire State Building with hammers and saws and axes and all the water I could possibly get and food. I come down once in a blue moon, and it's just so dumb. It's dumb to me.
Like, I should read.
Sounds like
I should read World War Z, the book, not the movie, because the movie was on some other shit. But the book is dope because it goes into like real good detail about how to really strategically survive a zombie apocalypse. For instance, one of the things they do is they hunt the zombies during the wintertime when their bodies are frozen, and they decapitate like a bunch of zombies, as many as they can during the wintertime. So in the spring, when they thaw, they're already beheaded. Like, it's just really dope. Like, the book basically explains how humanity gets besieged by a zombie apocalypse, but then eventually wins the war. And it's all about strategy, and they build different weapons, and how the military and everybody has to change the way they fight in order to, fight the zombies. It's dope though. Check that book out. Not the movie. The movie is Fugazi. Go ahead.
What's that?
I like the movie.
You think the movie was Fugazi?
It wasn't that bad. Actually, it wasn't that bad as a movie. It just didn't follow the plot of the book at all.
Yeah. The book and the movie is different.
So it's kind of like Wakanda Forever.
I was gonna. Oh wow!
Wow! Man.
Wow!
I finally watched that movie too.
Oh God!
Tell us.
We're not even talking about Ant-Man now. We're still talking about Wakanda Forever.
Wait, no, we need
right. Yeah. Why even?
We need a review.
Grimm's review. Grimm's review of Wakanda Forever. How'd you feel about it, bro?
You don't say how'd you like it because you didn't like it.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. But I agree with E. It wasn't a Marvel movie. It was more like something else, not a Marvel movie like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't bad though. It wasn't bad.
Okay.
What was your most? What did you love about it, and what did you hate about it?
I didn't love anything about it.
Oh wow!
I liked it. It was good. It was decent. You know what I'm saying?
Pow.
What did you hate about it?
They killed the character. Like, it took the life out of the movie. You know what I'm saying? It was so much confusion on top of confusion. So it was like, where does it end really? You know what I'm saying? I
just got one question, man.
You dried up Sugarfoot and gave him a break.
I told you, bro. Listen,
yeah.
Here's my thing,
yo. For Sugarfoot to come through.
Sugarfoot Wing Boy.
Yeah, y'all gonna put some respect on Namor's name.
Come on, man.
Yeah, y'all gonna put some respect on the Submariner's name.
Let me tell you why
he's the OG Marvel character. He's a badass.
He's
a badass, yo.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm not putting respect on his name. Okay. If Black Panther is the toughest person in Wakanda and damn near got their ass beat, that says a lot for Wakandans.
Well, actually, it says
that lowers the bar.
About the Talocan. No, it says more about the Talocan than if anything.
Which is my point. That's my point.
I mean, they're like two. The whole point is that they're two civilizations that mirror each other.
No,
they're both hidden. They were both
better.
They both received vibranium. They're both hidden from society. They both have an exceptional, complex society that is really advanced than what regular humans are doing. And they've been able to be in secret for all this time. And they both have like a very powerful leader, Black Panther and Namor. So it's like they're basically a match for each other. Everyone says, "Oh, the Wakandans got their ass whipped." I'm like, "Yo, why y'all not respecting the Talocan? The Talocan are." Like they're that big of a threat. Like,
okay, but comics, wait, but P, you just said it yourself.
That was
if
good.
If I walk up to
P, that was
no,
good.
it wasn't because it said exactly what I said though. It made Wakanda look weak. You saying respect the Talakans? Okay, they got their ass beat.
But
So,
it's not that the Wakandans
right.
are weak. It's just that there's another rival that's as powerful as they are.
No, more powerful.
No. Weaker.
Well,
how many Wakandans was left on the top of that ship?
You got to listen. You got to break an egg to make an omelet. It was a strategy. It was a strategy that worked. Their plan was to capture Namor, and Shuri's plan worked.
Let Grim speak. Somebody let Grim speak.
I don't think that was the plan.
That was the plan. Ironheart draw him out away from the battle, and then Shuri come and capture him, use the dehydration, and then beat him while he's separated from the rest of his people. It worked perfectly. The only reason that changed is that she decided to show mercy, much like her brother did against Zemo in Civil War, but let's talk about that later. She decided to show mercy and not become Killmonger. That's completes her story arc. Well-written story. Like I don't get what the problem with that was.
I just have to interject real quick for the nerds. Y'all seeing this? You seeing this?
Mm-hmm.
What does that say? What does it say?
Wakanda's new protector, Namor. Yeah.
What's that? Sugarfoot in Latin?
In the comic books, he said Sugarfoot in Latin.
Oh my gosh. But you know, I'll say this. Wait.
Grim was dropping something.
Okay, let Grim cook.
Real quick.
I think she was too vulnerable to be. I don't know. It was just weird on how I think they're weaker than the Wakandas because if they had their way, they would have killed everybody. That was the whole purpose. So and it was a wounded Wakanda. So I don't think they were stronger. I think they was weaker. Just the fact is they really can't be on the surface like that. And this guy, I give it up. He is the ultimate hybrid. He's a good swimmer and a flyer. I don't know how, but yeah.
He's a mutant also. That's another thing. He's a mutant. That's why he's the only one of his kind that is like him. So he's unique in two ways.
They had to show some strength because T'Challa was dead. So if T'Challa was alive, it would have been a sweep, like easy work. That's what I believe.
But I have a question. But I have a question though. And my question is this. All right. How many Wakandans was on top of the ship when the battle started? And why were there 6 left? And how is that a victory to me? How is that a victory when you got 100 Talakans on top of a ship owned by Wakandans and there's 6 Wakandans left and they call it a victory? I
don't know about 6, but
there was only 6.
I mean, the whole when you go into a battle, you know, this was like capturing Bin Laden, you know, and soldiers had to die. I mean, they did it offshore because they knew they had to go into their country essentially, which is the sea, to fight them. You know, much like we had to go into another country to capture Bin Laden. You want to keep the fight off of your domestic soil because you don't want to lose any more civilians, which they lost the first time they fought the Taliban when Namor raided it and fucked up the whole bunch of stuff.
I just want to know how much money is Marvel paying you to be there?
Yo, I was about to say, and yeah, cut me off. Because I was about to say, I'm about to hate, semi-hate on some Marvel stuff because I saw Ant-Man Quantumania.
Oh, that got I was on Rotten Tomatoes yesterday, and I saw it had like really bad reviews.
So I think that's cap, just like the Eternals getting a Rotten Tomato, which I also think is more cap. Mm-hmm. I think that the movie is good because of Kang. Kang is awesome.
That's what everybody's saying.
He's worth seeing the movie alone. Like Jonathan Majors.
All right.
Yes,
he's like the
Jonathan.
Thanos, right?
you know how you said
for the villains right now, bro.
So you saw how you said that Wakanda Forever was not a good Marvel movie, but it was a good movie. This is the reverse. This is not a good movie, but it's a good Marvel movie because it sets up the villain that we're going to have for the next phase. And if it did nothing else, it succeeded in that. But as an Ant-Man movie, I just had there's just problems I had, and I still give it like a 7 out of 10. I give it, so I'm not failing it. Yo, Q looks like pneumonic. He looks like what's Max Headroom or whatever.
Yeah, what's Max Headroom? You were glitching out like crazy.
Yeah, you
Oh, was I?
glitched out. Yeah,
but
bro,
you're
it was
good now.
freaky. Yeah, we gotta play the playback, bro. You'll see yourself. It was wild. But nah, real quick, I was just saying my review. I still give the movie a 7 out of 10 because it was just fun enough and there was just enough action, and Kang, everything surrounding Kang was awesome. But that's kind of the problem, is that the movie is so Kang centric, it almost doesn't even feel like an Ant-Man movie. You know what I mean? Like if you watch it from Kang's perspective and just be like, yo, I'm here for Kang, you're gonna love the movie. But if you're there, if you want to see another good Ant-Man movie, you might be disappointed.
I don't think there is another good Ant-Man movie.
Well,
So that's another thing.
I have a question.
Ant-Man is just not enough left. Can't make it.
I have a question and a statement. I'll do the statement first. Eternals was trash.
Nah, Eternals went over at people's heads, man. Everybody been begging Marvel to do a sophisticated superhero movie. They do a sophisticated superhero movie, and the internet don't know how to act. And the internet nobody knows how to act. They're like, I didn't see it. Give us the bubblegum stuff again.
Seasoning.
Y'all wanted a sophisticated superhero movie. Marvel gave you one that you have to dissect that film. There's so much in that movie. It's so layered. You gotta watch it like at least 3 times just to even really understand what you saw.
Who the hell could watch that movie?
It's dense, dude.
I can't, bro. I can't do it.
Eternals is gonna be. It's already was the #1 viewed Marvel movie on Disney Plus, and somebody wrote an article.
They put it on there in like a week after it came out.
Didn't it come out there like right away?
It's like an indie film. It's not like a major. They did a completely different type of superhero movie, and I applaud Marvel for doing that because it took a lot of balls for them to say, "Yo, we're going to completely break our formula and give you something completely different." Okay. And the fact that a lot of people didn't fuck with it only proves that it's a very unique film. It's not a bad film. It's definitely not a bad movie.
Let me just rephrase what you just said, okay? Marvel said, P said it took a lot of balls to change the narrative and release the movie the way they released it. Marvel watched that movie again and said, "What the fuck, man? This shit going straight to DVD."
It didn't go straight though. It wasn't.
They said they want the executive watched it and it would say, "Yo." But that's not what happened. Get this out of the theaters.
It was in theaters for the normal amount of time, and then they moved
it was Disney not, Plus.
Bro. Yes, it was, dude. It had a 90. I guarantee it was in theaters for like 90 days. The movie made money. It did
because everybody wanted to know what was going to happen next after Iron Man died. Spider-Man didn't do it, so Eternals must have did it.
Update: Eternals was in the theaters for 45 days. Keep going.
Oh, see.
All right, so they did reduce the window. But that doesn't mean that the movie is bad.
I mean, that's
it just means that
wait, but Chiki, when did it come out on Disney Plus?
That's a 45-day window. You just said. Usually it's 90 days.
Because it was in both. 90. It was in both.
Huh?
It was in both. It was available in both at the same time.
The theaters and well, if they reduce it to a 45 window, there's some theaters that probably still left it in theaters. So that's why it's probably simultaneous.
Still like COVID era.
You got up to 45.
Yeah, good point, Cheeky. That was still COVID era, so they're messing around with theatrical windows back then. But ultimately, you gotta look at the box office. Nothing else matters but the box. Did the movie make money? Because we can argue about if a movie is good or bad. For instance, Ant-Man is doing really well at the theaters, even though it's rotten on Rotten Tomatoes. It had a great weekend. So you can go to the accountants at Disney and say your movie sucks. They're just gonna look at the millions of dollars it made and say yours.
That's not how this works, bro. Listen,
that's exactly how it works. That's how Hollywood works, dude.
Listen,
it's all about how much money the movie make, bro.
Let's be very.
That's why there's 14 Fast and Furious, even though they're basura. There's 15 Fast and Furious movies because they make money.
Whoa. I mean, take it easy on that double F. I'm with you, but it's a different world over there.
I feel you.
And they some killers over there, so we take it easy. They gangbang over there, like
the Fast and Furious hive.
Yeah,
man.
Go ahead.
Wait. Real quick. Box office: Eternals grossed $164.9 million in the United States and Canada, and $237.2 million in other territories for a worldwide total of 402.
It was not in China. Because the director got
they knew better
in China.
402 million.
402 million?
Yeah, worldwide. And wait. The the film's opening weekend earned 162 million globally, which was the second largest worldwide opening weekend in the COVID-19 pandemic.
And those are COVID numbers too.
Whoa, okay,
those are COVID numbers.
Let me talk. Can I talk now? Can I talk now, please? Listen, I don't give a damn about how much the movie sold because I don't know the movie's trash until after I pay for it. That don't mean nothing. That means
yes,
nothing.
it does. Because the second weekend, the third week, the fourth week,
everyone's like,
you don't tell your friends. Your word of mouth is huge. If a movie is good, you're gonna tell your friends to see it. If it's bad, you're gonna tell your friends not to see it.
It made how much globally? So total 400 something million, right? First weekend was a fourth of that.
Okay, right.
So typically, if wait, let me finish. Typically, if a movie is good, it makes more than just a fourth of what it makes in the first week. Get what I'm saying?
Not necessarily, because a lot of movies don't make a lot of money the first week if it's a sleeper film. For instance,
a Marvel movie though.
The first James Cameron Avatar, it made more money in its second and third week than it did in its first week because of word of mouth. Because of word of mouth and spread about it. Yeah, Marvel movies are front loaded. You are right about that. People do flood to see the Marvel movies. They typically have a 60 to 50% drop off after their first week. That's typical. But the bottom line is the movie profitable? Because that'll determine if they make a sequel. That'll determine if they'll make more and whatever. And every single Marvel movie in this historic run has been profitable.
We're not here to talk about profit. We're here to talk about good movies, and it wasn't a good movie.
But that's what I'm saying. That's subjective. Everyone has a different opinion. Everyone has a different opinion. And Eternals.
Nobody else has a different opinion. It was trash.
When people go back and watch it, it's kind of like, dang. Eternals is a movie that when people rewatch it, they're like, wait a minute. I didn't really understand what I was watching the first time I saw
trash.
Wait a minute.
Eternals felt
it's
like
a nuanced film, dude. It's a very nuanced film.
It missed, but it's like a tip foul to me. Like, and a tip foul that goes like out the stadium, but just a little bit off to the right. You know what I mean? Like,
it deals with a lot of heavy ideas. It deals with a lot of complex concepts. And it throws them all in like one movie. You know what I mean? So
Eternals might be too Marvel-y for y'all.
He said one doo-doo bag.
What did he say?
He said one doo-doo bag.
Put it all together.
Put it all together in one doo-doo bag.
Here you go.
Nah, but listen, it's okay if you didn't like it. It's cool. Like, here's the thing. This is the way I feel about Phase 4, because a lot of people are like saying, oh, Marvel movies suck now and everything. What Marvel's doing right now is they're taking chances. With shows that they're doing, everything they're doing is like very unique. It's original. They're trying to apply to more niche demographics, and they're seeing what's working. They're seeing what's not working, and a lot of things have not worked. And Kevin Feige is already altering a lot of things now. Like they're changing, they're pulling the plugs on films that they had planned on. They're moving things around. They're turning TV shows into movies. They're turning movies into TV shows. Like they're reassessing what the information that everyone has given. So my opinion, your opinion, it does matter. And Marvel does listen, so you'll see the movies and the TV shows change back to what people want.
If y'all are listening to 3 Beats Later, Marvel, I would love to see more ventures into the animated world, like you're doing with the Moon Girl on HBO.
Moon Girl's dope. They got two of them. They got 2 animated shows coming out. They got Spider-Man freshman year, which is like Peter Parker going to college, and they have
not done with Spider-Man yet, bro.
They got X-Men 97, which is continuing the X-Men. They're continuing the X-Men animated series from 1997.
Oh, right, that's right.
Yeah, so they're bringing that. So, and I think both of those are dropping this year. So, yeah, you're gonna get some more Marvel animated stuff, and plus, What If, another season of What If, which is animated too. So, yeah, they got stuff coming.
One thing I want to see is Beast Wars. That's the only one.
Or Transformers. Transformers. Franchise is pretty trash. I like Bumblebee. Bumblebee was good, but that Beast Wars trailer does look dope, and Beast Wars was like I love that cartoon. So
Beast Wars is set in the 90s too, so that's gonna be fire.
Yo, E got his Johnny Depp rings going. Like
these are the rings I used to teleport to a time when Marvel was dope. hey, these are my infinity rings.
Wow.
Yo, Cheeky, check the chat. I don't know if you want to play that. Y'all ever heard of Ookla the Mook, Kang the Conqueror?
Ookla the Mook, Kang the Conqueror? Nah, I don't know what that is.
I'm just getting ready for my DJ gig at Black Nerds Expo on Saturday. Digging through the crates, and I found this track. I don't know if we want to play it. I just wanted to share that for the group. I don't know if that we'll probably get flagged. Q.Rock will play it.
Yeah, we're not gonna get flagged. We're not gonna get flagged. I don't know if y'all want to play it. Might get flagged. No,
I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. But
we get flagged for everything, man. It's crazy. So stupid.
Getting flagged, I don't care about. Getting pulled is a whole nother question. But listen to the song later.
Exactly.
That was
okay.
Off.
And this is, should you put this in the rotation during your DJ set? Is that the question?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much gonna rock with it, but I never heard of it. It's pretty amusing since we're talking about this horrible movie that I haven't seen yet. And everybody says the same thing. It's all about Brother Majors playing Kang.
I mean, watch the movie. You might. I didn't hate. Like I said, I give it a 7 out of 10. Like that's still good. That's still good.
Honestly, I will say this as well, and I'll end on that. For me personally, Ant-Man movies never. They were
never hitting anyway, right?
Yeah, they all have a certain personality. Yeah, Ant-Man movies is like the
they're like
jokey,
they're like you watch them once or twice.
Yeah, Saturday afternoon kickback kind of like
None of them are bad, but none of them are that great either. And I think this one, I actually like this one probably better than the last one. The last one is very forgettable. This one, at least you can remember.
The one where they're in San Francisco.
Yeah, that one was really forgettable to me. Yeah. This one, you at least can remember it. Yeah. But there's some plot holes though, bro. I was mad. I was like, "Dang, dog, Marvel, you can't be making these mistakes this late in the game, dude. Come on, you can't be having plot hole scripts."
That's the whole Phase 4.5 to now.
See, Phase 4 has good movies.
I like. No, you left that. That was so wide open. I'm like looking at that volley, like, somebody's gonna spike the hell out of that.
I didn't want to, but I had to.
Maybe that is part of it, because then they can make other movies in 10 years to fill those stupid plot holes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, right? Not the stupid plot holes.
We'll go back and fix this up and have it be.
Now that the guy who made our best movies is working for DC, we'll just figure something out.
I was just gonna say that DC looks like they're about to turn up.
Listen, first of all, when a person who makes the most amazing movies goes to the other team, you can't tell me that there's not a problem.
Well, Disney fired him.
Right? Why? They were sick of making good movies.
Well, because
they wanted to lose.
We
want to know what it's like to be the Buffalo Bills.
Well, you know what happened with him?
He's telling the truth.
He got fired. He got fired because they unearthed a bunch of really, really bad tweets. But then they rehired him. They rehired him for Guardians 3. So they fired him, and then during the time that he's fired, he did the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker for DC. Then Marvel rehired him, and then he came back and did Guardians 3. We can't do this without him. Yeah, they did Guardians 3. It's like, we forgive you. And then DC was like, but actually we need a Kevin Feige. So can you be our Kevin Feige? And James Gunn was like, sure, as long as you let me do everything I want, including not bring Henry Cavill back. But that was okay. I'm not
negotiate a horrible deal with The Rock.
Man.
Well,
did you like that? I just watched Black Adam.
Black Adam was mid.
Black Adam was dope.
It was terrible.
It was dope to me.
It was mid, dude.
It was dope to me. I thought it was dope. I thought it was dope.
Yo, hold up, B.
Why it was dope? Why it was
how the hell do you think Black Adam was dope? But
I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you why. Listen,
here we go.
Black Adam was dope because it was the first time in a long time that DC movie wasn't 5 hours long with 99% and a dialogue. That's why.
I mean, that doesn't.
They're getting somewhere. They're getting somewhere. That was their Iron Man 3.
Bro.
I agree.
Here's the thing. See, that's why movies like Eternals don't work, because Eternals isn't like, hey, let's just throw a muscle-bound dude in a tight superhero suit and have him smash airplanes for an hour and a half. Yay, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, there was nothing about Black Adam that was like memorable. Actually, no, I take that back. I liked the whole Dr. Fate. I like the Justice Society. I like how they brought them in. It was actually Black Adam. It should have been called Black Adam versus Justice Society, because they had so much screen time in that movie. It was almost more about them than it was about Black Adam.
Exactly.
But Black Adam as the Rock, he was the most bland character. Like, he literally just walked through walls and just acted tough. There was nothing to it. It was very one note character. And I just think that, if you're talking about superhero movies, once again, what Marvel has done with Phase 4, from movies like Shang-Chi to Eternals to even Thor: Love and Thunder, which to me is just a really good rom-com. I know a lot of people didn't like it.
Thunder is dope,
but to me, I liked it. It was just a fun rom-com, which is the but once again, people didn't like that because that's not what people want. Marvel was like, yo,
spinning the wheel.
Marvel's like, yo, we can do
an appearance on Love and Thunder.
Sugarfoot's first appearance. No, I'm not gonna call him Sugarfoot. Namor.
He already did. You already did.
His first appearance was Wakanda Forever. But
he didn't do like an appearance in
no, it was their queen. It was one of their goddesses that was in Thor.
There was their goddess was in the Palace of God. That's actually a deep cut right there. A lot of people don't realize there was a lot of interesting characters in that whole place.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm gonna say like this. Don't ever tell me the Eternals was a good movie though. You got all them powerful people and they got their ass beat the whole movie. What the hell is Eternal about that?
The Deviants, because they're fighting the Deviants and they're fighting the Celestials. Those are some quite really powerful enemies.
Who else has a beat?
Let me tell you something.
The Celestials are like the most powerful like beings in the universe.
The Celestials, the Inhumans, those comic book lines used to be too deep for me as a kid. Like,
but how you call it the Eternals and one of them died though?
Huh?
How you call it the Eternals and one of them die? That defeats the purpose of calling them Eternals.
Spoiler cheek. I'm trying to have this debate.
It came out 9 months ago, a year ago.
I don't have a beat.
No one cares.
I think Cheeky, you know what? I know Cheeky's sensibility, and I feel like he'll actually like it. I feel like he'll be like, okay.
I don't think I know enough, bro.
I'm not old enough.
I don't think he knows you well enough. I said.
I tell you what, this episode of 3 Weeks Later, spinning the wheel is called the Eternals. Goddamn.
Jive.
That's funny.
Wait. Q has a beat. You got a beat, Q?
No. I'm. Bro,
what about Grim? Grim has a beat.
I have a little something.
Oh, okay.
P, you got something?
I got a beat.
Oh, okay. Guess what? We're spinning this thing. It only took us
42 minutes.
Holy, oh my god! One dummy spin.
No dummy spin.
Did you send a group text like, okay, guys, we're just gonna jump right into it this time? No long talking.
Dang, right back to
that was last. Yeah, actually, there was this week too. Okay. P, you gotta.
He said we gonna jump right into it. We ain't been into it.
I got a what?
You gotta go.
Oh wait, it's me. Oh,
yep.
Yeah.
Oh snap.
The
Snippety snap.
Chosen.
No, it's a different P from a different multiverse.
I wasn't ready.
You gotta go into the multiverse.
He's so variant.
We're gonna go into the future, and this is really your son's beat that we're about to play, right? Based on the Speaking of your son, big shout out to
why don't you like birthday. The multiverse, E?
Big bird, because it sounds like a cop out for quantum physics.
It sounds like a cop out.
You know what? We don't know how far
physics.
this goes. There must be more worlds. There's more worlds. You know what? This is as far as we can analyze. Guess what, guys? There's another world that's knowing what we don't know.
He said it sounds like a cop out for quantum.
That's what it
physics.
sounds like. That's like you going to class and your teacher's like, "Did you figure out your homework?" No, but there must be another me that knows this. I know it.
I feel it.
You're not a fan of.
And in that class, in that dimension, theory. I already passed. So you should just pass me.
Wow, yo, E is hilarious, guys.
But here's the cool part: that version of E loves Marvel.
There is a version.
That version of E, Wakanda Forever is his favorite movie.
Because that version of E is satisfied that Iron Man didn't die.
I knew Iron Man was coming up.
Of course. What would you do, E, if you met Robert Downey Jr. in person? What would you do?
Oh my goodness! I cannot believe it.
What?
Bro, that gift just popped in my mind, and that girl like doing this number and shit. Oh, there it is. Look at him.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Yo, is that a cutout in your room, or what is that?
Wow,
that's the Iron Man thing. He got the mask come out.
That's the motivational Iron Man bus. You press it and it gives you like 3 Iron Man fucking quotes and shit for the day to get you going. You know what I mean? In Jarvis' voice.
Yo, I think I'm ready, y'all.
Do it.
Mute it up. Engine mute up.
Wait, I think I'm ready. That's the nicest way to say "shut the hell up" I've ever heard in my life. He said, "I think I'm ready, y'all."
This one's for the Eternals. Shout out, all the Eternals. Word.
That's when you let me go. 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 That's when you
Oops. I had my kick muted. Whoops. Start over.
That's when you let me go. 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 That's when you That's when you let me go. 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 That's when you That's when you
Yo,
Word.
was that the return of DJ P.So?
All right, he's back.
A little bit.
Yo, look,
Yes.
yo, that image right there with all the slapping and papping on the drums and the sounds dripping off the drums and the fire on the floor. That's accurate, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank
This
you.
beat's in tip top shape, buddy.
Tip top shape.
This beat is eternal.
Oh nah. Nah, I know that's a diss.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, so real quick. Cheeky came through with the sample. And
So wait, before you break that down, do you know who did this track?
who the sample?
Artist.
La Única is the name of the song. But
Okay, cool. I just wanted to know if you knew. Okay, keep going.
now who did the song?
Outside, well, that's for another time in the show.
Oh,
This one's-
Driving to Virginia is the name of the song. La Única is the name of the artist.
Have you ever heard of them before?
No.
Okay,
Nah,
cool. Keep going.
Nah, learn me some.
I will. I got you. Go ahead. Break down your
Okay.
beat.
All right. So I just did a chop P.So style.
No. 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 That's when you no.
So let me see. Because I've already forgotten.
No. No.
And then I cloned it and made the bass, which is a tip I learned from E.
Just a low pass situation going on.
Yeah, so I use amp. If you are Ableton user, you can use amp. And let me see, it's down here, right here. So amp, and it has a bass option. And then you use that and turn the middle and the treble down. And you get some bass out of any sample. I also use the EQ tactics I learned from Grim. All right, and then drums.
Drums.
Drums. Drums. And then congas. And that's it.
That's nice, man. Did you play out the percussion, the congas?
Yes.
That's nice, man. I always have a hard time like inserting those types of drums into tracks. Like I always stray away from those types of samples.
So for congas, I think E taught me this too. I use a lot of different ones. You see, I got 5 in here.
Mhm.
And I also mess around with the pitch. I pitch shift them so they sound different. And yeah. Another key for congas is the longer you play out the drums, the more diversity you can create with it.
That's nice, man.
Thank you.
That was a tough sample too, so that's super dope right there.
Yeah, it took me a while to find some, but finally found some.
Joint's giving me
Nice.
war vibes.
What is that?
It was giving me vibes of like the group War.
Oh yeah.
Between
I
the
love
congas
War,
and-
man.
And the tone of the vocal sample. You know?
I love War.
Mhm.
All their stuff was different too, man. If you listen to
What?
old War stuff,
Sometimes I don't.
Can't say that in 2023.
Right.
You gotta preface that, man.
yeah, that's.
I love war. What the what?
People see the real ones know. The real ones know what I'm talking about.
I love war.
Uh,
Ugh.
here we go. You ready?
Ugh.
We got another wheel spin here. I don't know if I
I'm
took
like-
P off. Actually, I did not take
We don't
P.
see the wheel. We see your.
You see your screen though, like you
Apparently,
might as well
Kiki
go.
going next.
I'm going next.
Wait,
it, did
no.
show, it did show me. I'm not.
Nah,
even-
that's nah. You cheated, man.
Go ahead, man.
Man, so you showed the beat, though. All right, we believe you.
I mean, I didn't take P off. I think, or I didn't update it.
Nah, you good. You go ahead, man.
Okay. All right. I'll go. All right. You talked me into
He
it.
said, "Forget that. I'm going, man." I'm gonna spin the wheel in the background so y'all can hear it, but
So this is I think I'm
surprised nobody sampled the wheel spin sound yet.
That's true, man.
He's gonna do that at Zoom session tonight.
The way his head was bopping earlier, he got a banger right now. Don't say nothing.
Yo, Cheeky, you know who the artist is in this song?
No.
You never heard of them before?
You said La Unica, right?
La Unica, yeah. Anybody have any idea who they are?
No. The
Okay.
Nameless Band. All right, check it out.
Nameless Band. Okay, cool.
Everybody mute your engines. I gotta like break down 2 beats actually, but let's listen to the main beat. All right, here we go. Mute it up. Here we go. It's just a loop, so we're gonna let it loop like twice. Here we go. Hey, yo. Oh, come on.
This ain't Griselda, this 3 beats later.
Griselda doesn't own Grimy. Anyways,
3 beats later. Yo, can we freestyle on some of these joints? What the fuck?
I mean, do it.
Damn.
It might be a little, the latency might make it not sound on beat, but all right, check it out. So I'm gonna play the original joint. So I made a sample and then I created that and then I resampled it. Okay, so here's the original beat. It's gonna sound probably a little bit louder because I did a bunch of filtering on the final, but you'll hear the track being sampled at the beginning, and then it's gonna kick in. This is the end of that song. So that's the track, and the part that I just kind of looped over and over, you could see my chops there. So there's like a guitar solo-ish at the ending, and I found like just a couple parts that sounded cool. And then I wrote all this on top of it. I added drums, but real sparse, right? Nothing crazy. Then I added, I added, Apple Loops had some cool tambourine sounds. They had some bongos. I added those. And then I added bass to it, right? So this is Cheeky on the bass. That's Cheeky on the guitar. And then the last part is Cheeky on the guitar too, right here. So I kind of like put a chord melody, like a chord progression over the whole joint. And I took all of that, bounced it down, and then I sped that up just a bit because that was in crazy slow tempo. That was like 45 BPM. That was like unwrappable, right? And then I sped up the resample joint, which you'll see right here. This is all of that just broken down into its own, basically MP3, but faster now, right? So since I put the drums on it really sparse to begin with, they're not really like, there's nothing crazy in the way now that it's sped up, right? which allows me now to add more drums, right? So I added another kit. Just boom bap. Nothing crazy though. No cuts, no drum drops or anything yet, right? But that could be added. And then I added 808 just to kind of really have you feel it, right? So you could hear the bass rumble.
A firecracker on the track, I smack it. Warsaws making money in the jaws, that's born them after. Another chapter. Somebody told you that the show was off the chain, but I'm tripping off the weed that's smoking around my brain.
Keep going, Q.
I'm reciting rhymes I found in the chat one time. She dropped the bomb on the beat, it sounded fine. Just catch a friend of mine. We smoked the cool one time like a bad time. Lemon pepper lime, man, I don't waste my time. 3 weeks later, cross the equator, warm it up, I see you later.
Wow. Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's the beat.
That beat is fire. I'm claiming that already. If nobody,
Yeah, that's hot.
Before P start thinking about
Yo,
it. See,
hey, yo. I mean, I wouldn't mind rocking that. You know what I mean? That'd be some.
I think.
That's
What
hot.
if we made that a 3 Beats Later collab and everybody had to get on it?
Oh,
I
okay.
felt like
Be mad at
like
that.
Cheeky closed his eyes when he played that guitar.
Yo, I think he closed his eye when he made that beat. That was all he made it in the dark, which
Yo, let me just show you one thing. This is kind of cool. Just something to think about. Check it out. So, Logic allows you to just pull in audio, right? So you can just pull in some loops that are Apple loops, right? So I'm just going to play this joint right here. So it will take a loop and automatically match it with your BPM. So you don't have to worry about matching tempos or anything like that, right? So I took this joint. I'm going to play it without anything on it. This is the bongos. Okay, real straightforward bongos, right? So I've been messing with Logic's amplifiers, and it just adds like really cool textures, like filters it and it reverbs it and all that good stuff. So it adds a lot of gain and distortion, but there's also some other cool stuff in there. Next thing I did was I added some EQ just to cut off lows and highs, and then I added tremolo to pan it. So listen to this panning effect. All right, you can hear it left and right. Now it's pushing it left and right. And then I added another tremolo to go on a completely different rhythm, right? And this is how it sounds.
both of y'all got that war vibe going on with the congos and bongos thing.
Yeah. So it's like panning part of like the original pan. So it just kind of creates a little more rhythm in there, and it doesn't sound so, like the original version of the loop that they give you, right? So it's just kind of like all mixed in there, whatever. That was one cool thing I did. The other thing was when I took the drums over here, shout out to Grim, because you can see on this track is the good old DS10 drum shaper.
Here come the drum shaker.
Heat Smith coming through with the recommendation. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It kind of like added pretty nice tightness to the beat.
Nice.
Wait, is that a Logic plugin?
No, that's what is who does it? It's
But wait, how are you can use that in Logic?
Yeah, it's XLN audio. It's just a plugin. XLN audio.
XLN, yeah.
I don't know. I guess I didn't know that what Logic could do in terms of VSTs and plugins. I thought it was limited as far as that.
Huh?
Come on, man.
MacBook in the next 2 weeks.
Don't get him started on that shit, boy. We'll be here all
man.
night.
All right, next up.
Girl, you know it's true.
Next up.
I'm in love with you, girl, because you're on my mind. You're the one I think about most every time.
Most every time.
What if we get banned for that? For me just saying that.
Your fault.
Oh. I'm out to the whole track at that point.
$5 in the piggy bank for every time we get a YouTube copyright claim.
If you're watching this and you ain't subscribed yet, your mom's a boop.
Wow.
Power.
So
Mute
all right,
up.
so everybody, before I play this beat, I have a question to ask you. No one wanted to know more about this group.
He figured there was a whole rollout. This guy is he said no one wants to know about this group.
I have a
He was like,
special
who
guest.
are they?
I'd like
Hold
to.
on, I'll tell you later.
I have a special guest I'd like to call out of the abyss of the chat or the abyss of our Zoom. So if the member of this group would like to make themselves known, please come forth.
Come on, P, step forward.
Grim, is it you? P, is it you?
What was that?
A member of this group who made the original track would like to step forward. Please speak now or forever hold your peace.
Who made the original track?
Yeah. Someone in this group right now.
Made this original
One
track?
of you are responsible for making Drive to Virginia. Think about who lives in Virginia.
It's Cheeky. Come on now. Come on. Of course.
This is Cheeky's band, y'all.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why you ain't say that?
Because I went with the challenge. It's a surprise.
Damn.
Surprise.
Why didn't you tell us before? Damn.
Because he played it for me. I said, yo, we're gonna make it a challenge, but I ain't gonna tell him until they already do the beat.
Well, that's not fair.
Why not?
Well,
You're supposed to give us a heads up about that. You know,
wait, yo, Cheek, you play the guitar on all these?
Yeah,
That's his
man.
band. Yeah. He
Wow.
wanted
Yeah,
to
man.
he write
Say any
some of the
crazy
songs
That's
too.
why you did a
The
beat.
guitar work was really dope, man.
He wanted to see if he was gonna say any crazy.
Because he had the stems. He had the stems.
That's what I'm like.
He said, then I made another beat, and then I made another beat.
No, I used the same thing. I didn't take any stems or anything. I just
He
took the
said,
same
I made
thing.
another
dope.
beat.
That's
The
why I
stems
sent
are
you
in
guys
your
a,
head, bro.
That's why I sent you a wave instead of an MP3. I was like,
Oh,
"Ah,
so was the
shit."
first part where you started making the song initially?
No, the song he sent is the actual song that him and his band
Yeah,
made.
yeah, no. What I showed you on the beat was just a double
Right.
chop sample.
I thought it would be cool to, sample something
I actually
from
like
someone
the
we
song.
knew.
I like
I'm surprised
the
we
song
haven't done this
because I
before.
listened to it.
I'm mad it took these many episodes for us to sample Cheeky's band.
Right.
Well, because he's so quiet and private about his group, he's like, we got a show, and that's it. He'll just move on. Now he finally showed me a link when we were doing a Zoom call one day. I said, oh, we doing it as a challenge. I'm not gonna tell nobody until the challenge is done.
Are you rich, Cheeky?
Are you rich?
I'll tell you how much this band makes. Not a lot of money.
but
telling by the way that he was like, does anyone know who this band is? And then there was crickets.
La Única,
No.
La Única, yeah, we're DC's.
I have a secret. I really don't listen to music, bro. Honestly,
I have a secret. You don't listen to music.
I really don't listen to music, like for real.
What do you mean you don't listen to music?
I don't.
He just makes it.
He listens to it for play.
The only time he
produces it.
has music on is when it's time for 3 weeks later.
Or I have to do music for somebody else. Yeah.
Dang, bro, I listen to music all day.
No, I can't.
Well, so now we know who made the track.
Yes, sir.
And I was gonna say I like the song. when
Yeah,
I
he
did
just
the beat.
cut
I
Grim
like
off.
the song, but I like the song, man. I listened
Yeah,
to
the
the whole
song's
song.
dope.
Thanks. Yeah, man.
I heard it. I said, we should sample that.
Grim,
Played
every
it
once in a
for me.
while, we get a chance to actually play in Virginia. So when we're getting close, man,
Wow.
you gotta come out. You gotta come
So
out.
everybody was
Just let
talking
me
about how
know.
you gonna get the MP3, how you gonna get the music.
That's no one questioned that.
Right.
No one questioned how we had it randomly.
Yo, wait. After he plays a beat, I got something funny to show about the band.
Oh,
Keep going.
shit.
E. Play your
Alright.
track.
That shit is hilarious.
that's my track.
Dope.
I enjoyed just chopping this up, and this is like track number 3 of my tracks. But this one, I felt like it had some bang and some bounce to it. I was able to really like just have fun, and because it was a cheeky track, I said, let me just make something fun on this beat. So, I'm gonna just start off with the drums real quick. I've been enjoying like really just programming the drums on Ableton lately since I'm leaving Ableton. Within the next 6 months, I've been researching and practicing in a different DAW. I've been researching and practicing in a couple of different DAWs lately, and within the next couple of months, I will be transitioning completely over to a different platform.
Wait. Which one are you transitioning to?
You guys will know as soon as you know.
Fruity Loops.
I mean, we can have a we can.
Why are you transitioning completely though?
Because certain things that I love to do with my production are a little bit more complex in Ableton, and I enjoy Ableton and the freedom it gives me to chop samples. But I'm a soulful loop sample kind of guy, and I want to get back to making soulful loop samples and
I already know what you're doing now.
So
I already know you're trying to go back to the old E. You trying to go back to the old.
No, I'm actually just trying to incorporate some of all the things I've learned over the years into
one of these nights.
No, not that. Speaking of that, though, I did get a call from Dave, and he was like, "Yo, I listened to one of these nights, the original track, and then it made me go listen to the actual track UMP did." And he was like, "Yo, I didn't realize how you chopped that track up." He was like, "Yo, that was like dope." I was like, "I appreciate it, man." But
classic.
So I'm about to break this down real quick, man. Then I'm gonna let y'all go.
Trader.
So that's hold on one second. Let me just So this right here is my drums. I use the Batu kit on Ableton. It's actually a stock kit in Ableton. And I enjoy using it. Of course, I had to throw my drum bass on there just to make it beef up a little bit more. And then the same kit right here, but I just took the drum bass off and just played the little the stick on the joint. And then I grabbed the Cymatics loop right here, and I said, "Yo, let me grab this joint. Cheeky, I need you to move the my gang signs real quick for a second so I can show this up."
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just want to show this part real quick.
You said move my gang sign.
So normally when you use a sample or a piece of a track, you want to use like 4 bars. But because I wanted to do something different, I didn't. I used 3 bars on the 4/4 time signature, which gave it a different kind of feel with the sample. So it's just a percussive loop from Cymatics. So this is how.
Pow.
So by itself, it sounds like it goes, but then you put the beat to it, and it's. So this is how I chopped up the sample from Cheeky Track. So obviously I threw it in simpler, and I just went around the whole track trying to see what I liked. And this beginning just made me feel real bouncy. I was like, yo, this is a bounce to it. So. then I was like, yo, let me grab a vocal sample out of this drink too, because I like the song itself is actually kind of dope. But what he's talking about in the song is cool. And it's a different spin on, like, I guess you would say like a breakup track, or like a like it was a very dope spin.
That
on
was
a
the
breakup
idea.
track. And I'm like, yo, this is kind of cool. Like, you don't know what he did. You don't know why he walked in the house and everything is packed up. But it'd be too easy for me to sample words. So let me just sample syllables and chop it, because it gave me like a Timberland kind of feel. Like, this is the kind of track that Timberland would grab and sample, and you'd be like, yo, that's the track he used for that beat. So I said, let me grab a vocal sample that sounds like it's just unique. And
yo, is that, did you put that in La La?
Yes. Oh, I separated your track, by the way. Yes, I took the beat and
that is. When you played it, I'm like, how the fuck did he get it so clean?
Yo, hacked my computer.
Yeah, I separated your track, by the way. So this is no vocals, because normally it's vocals at this part.
Yo, can you?
So yeah, I definitely separated the track and La La. Yeah,
that's dope, man.
So, but yeah, that's the track. I had a good time with it. It was fun because nobody knew who they were sampling, and I think it was dope.
So that's funny. Two things about this song. I wrote the whole song, lyrics. I
figured you did.
Actually, our singer also kind of collaborated with me on the lyrics, but this first part of the song is in one tempo. The second part of the song is in another tempo. You could see the second part of the song just breaks down complete into like straight up salsa. And you're right. The theme of the whole song is it's a breakup song, but he's kind of saying, guess what? F you, right? And then and the interesting thing is, in most salsa songs, you hear the singer singing in Spanish, and then there's some sort of like chorus that we could all sing together, and then he does what is called pregones, right? Which is like he'll go and ad lib and kind of say shit, right? He'll be like, "That's right, motherfucker," you know what I mean? Like he'll just like add more context to what is happening, right? But you never really hear that done in English, right? So that was the whole other kind of like trick of the song. Was it was a breakup song where the dude is saying F you, and if you know there's no coming back if you leave me. Second was it was salsa sung in English with English pregones, which is the whole trick, right? If you listen to the ending of that song, it's ain't no coming back, baby, ain't no coming back, and then our singer goes into like a whole, singing and ad-libbing and stuff like that.
That's dope.
But yo, that's super sweet. And like I could tell you, I was like, what? How did he get those stems?
Yeah, the first thing I did was drop it in the joint to make the La to isolate the tracks. So I wanted to get the vocals by themselves because I was gonna sample the vocals on a different part, and I was gonna loop a certain line. But I'm like, nah, I want it to just be a different kind of feel. So I have like 3 beats off of this joint. So I'll maybe share those with y'all another time. But yeah, it was fun. I had a good time with this joint. So that's my beat. And then
dope. Those drums are dope too.
Yeah. Grumbling, it's just on you, man.
Grumbling.
You want a wheel spin?
Dummy spin.
Yeah, you want one?
Sure.
There's no.
He said sure. There's no dummy spins.
There's no last dummy spin.
There's no last dummy spins. All right. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Mute up. Okay.
Damn, don't play that in your car, man. That is like,
is it heavy? I can't tell.
You won't have a car after that. You'll just have windows.
Tell.
You just have windows and door handles, yo. Like, what? Yo, whoa. How
how does that happen? Come on.
dude, how do you do that, bro? That's not even fair, man.
I don't know.
The joint was like, okay, oh, this is hot. Oh, this is hot. And it was like,
No, you know, actually I used remember the 909
Yeah, that
challenge?
chat challenge.
I used one of those toms. and
What?
just,
that's a Tom?
Oh my god. Yeah, but why? I mean, it's rocking my ears.
I turned it
Bro,
down.
that felt like the earthquake we had in Buffalo a couple weeks ago.
Seriously.
Is it that loud? Yes,
Dude, that's no.
It's just powerful.
It's perfect.
And it's only hit. It was like negative 12 dB. It could. It's like that's you feel that for sure. I thought I had low end for once on my track, but grim.
Yeah, that's like filter a little bit, you know, play with the filter, play with the EQ a little bit just to get that sound. And yeah, you get that heavy
Yo, how do
bass.
you have that come through Zoom and YouTube, bro? Like, seriously, like this.
But
I
a
don't-
Tom though, a Tom, he just got
Yeah,
the
Tom.
lowest sound.
How
from
you
a
Jerry your Tom like that, bro?
So what I did
my
was
God.
Pow.
So I did a thing.
Let me see if I get it back here. Let's get this thing back here. So yeah. You hear that?
Yeah,
Just
Okay,
filter it.
that's insane.
And you know, you mess with the EQ a little bit, took some of the mid out and a little bit of the low mid bass. And that's it, man. Just
Wow.
adds a heaviness.
Wow, bro.
That is the humble Heatsmith when he just kind of randomly says like, "Oh yeah, you know," and then I did this thing. What?
Right. Look, yeah, and then
What?
I mean, then I had made the hottest bass line of all time, and I was just like,
He said, "Then I made the."
like mad casually, and so then I made the hottest bass sound of all time anyone's ever heard. But then I was just like, nah, like what, yo.
Just
What's
added some
funny-
10 band
funny, What
EQ.
he's doing is his sister does the same thing to me in
What?
the same way.
That's how you be acting, bro. You like, yeah, I got something. You got to be, I got something. And then you just,
something.
I got something. All of a sudden, everybody hair fall off. It's like, yo, how you just do that?
I don't know.
Dang, bro, that's hot.
But yeah, here go the sample.
The flute.
Yeah. Slowed it down to like -12. And I like to mess with the detune a little bit. That's like a pitch almost with the sample on Ableton. So chopped it up and played with the tones and a little cheeky guitar at the end. I knew it sounded familiar, but I was like, I like to add a little extra added, on the chop. Maybe like a short stab of guitar just to make it a little dramatic. And I use that part in for the intro. I use another chop. Little it just comes from the years of listening to Tribe Called Quest, like De La Soul, just getting that vibe, like a smooth vibe before you go like straight Def Con with the beat when it drops. So little percussion. This is studio. What is that? Oh, what is this? What is this? I think this is a game. Like game sounds. Yeah. Sonic World sounds. From Studio. Shout out to Studio. I need a free subscription for the year.
They need to make you the brand ambassador for that drink, dude, with these beats you're making.
Shout out to my boy Quell. He put me on to this joint, man, and I've just been on it ever since.
Yo, big shout out to Quell who just put you onto that and then just disappeared.
Just disappeared with the
homeboy fell off the map, man. He probably somewhere making beats for like some celebrity artists.
I know he is.
Tell us, because dude just like got the mic, the MIDI mic joint, and then we ain't heard from him ever again.
Disappeared. It's like he don't know what he gave me. And percussion sounds, little clav, tom, shakers in there, and that's it, man. That is it. Am I missing anything?
Fire.
You had live drum sounds in there.
Yeah, I didn't use a hi-hat. I just used like some cymbals, just live drum cymbals.
Wood block.
No, that's a clav.
Oh, nice. Clave.
Clave pitched, and let me see. And the kick, regular kick. I didn't do too much to the kick. Didn't do too much to the snare, basic snare. But yeah, that's it, man.
Dope.
That is it. Any
That's
questions?
dope.
Nope.
No, man. I'm still just scratching my head about that Tom, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. It's an old school trick. We used to do slapping on the MP and have to manually mix it, EQ it.
Wow.
So old trick.
Wow.
So amazing.
Yeah.
Timberland gems. Okay, we got a new challenge. You ready? You ready for it? This is a video just to quickly give you inspiration because we are using all AI for our next challenge. We're going right into it. Okay. AI or automation. What were you gonna say?
Allen Iverson?
Yes.
That's the question.
Here we go. You ready? I'm just going to play this because it's going to give you a feel for what we're going to be doing.
Full-time music producer, I'm not that scared about AI taking my job because I've been using AI for 5 years now. I hope this video don't get me canceled. What you're hearing are my analog synths being controlled by an AI program that I've had since 2018. And if you follow these 4 steps, you will double your workflow. Step 1, Orb Composer is an AI chord and melody generator that actually sounds.
He got canceled.
Shut him down. Shut him down. Shut him.
Yo, who unplugged your plug-in?
I ain't having that.
Frozen.
I ain't having that.
Jesus,
I ain't
look
having
at
that.
Yo, plug the plug-in back in.
Yeah.
The plug got.
Yo, is Cheeky frozen too?
Yeah,
No, he's doing the mannequin challenge.
The mannequin challenge.
And
Cheeky got canceled and Homeboy got canceled.
Yeah.
And the moral of the story is, don't fall asleep while driving the Tesla. Don't let the Tesla drive you while you sleep.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Don't fall asleep while driving the Tesla.
And that, boys and girls, concludes our show.
Boom. So basically, we're gonna have some robots crash our show next week.
Right.
AI.
Dude was like, I hope this don't get me canceled. No, it got us canceled.
Yeah, what happened? Did it glitch out?
Yo, you just paused. Like everything was just frozen.
Yo, you just hit max headroom.
Oh, man.
So
all right, well,
that's not our challenge for next week.
Yeah. So here's the thing. We got to use, I'll just do it this way. I think playing the Instagram video just completely screwed my computer. But anyways, what he says is, hey, you could use this or plugins.com. It'll help you auto generate chords. It will help you auto generate melodies. There are also
hold on.
Whoa. It should auto generate a free subscription, pimp.
So this is what he's talking about. Obviously, he's probably just influencing and trying to sell this for them, right? But here's the thing. If you type in Google chord generator, it will pull up a bunch of different ones. Some of them are free. If you type in Google melody generator, you throw it in there, it will basically show you other things that you could use to generate melodies, right? So here's one. This is like a melody generator. Just here is the challenge. You need to use some form of chord generation where you do not choose the chords, but either your DAW does or your plugin does, or some sort of website does, right? Then the next thing is you have to do the same thing for the melody. Then you have to do the same thing for lyrics. And then if you really want to go the next step, it's going to be you can use any of those auto image generators to create an artist image. And if you really want to go further than that, you can go and create
Music
like
video.
an album art, or as Q is, Q's 10 steps ahead of everybody, music video, whatever. He just made one. He's going to tell us about it too. But the idea is we're going to see how much you can do by actually not making a decision musically, and will it sound good? It doesn't have to sound good. You're just showing up and you're saying, here's my book report, right? It's chords have to be chosen by some sort of computer or automation. Melody has to be chosen by some sort of computer or automation. Lyrics have to be chosen by some sort of melody or automation. And you can do that by utilizing things like Orb, which I guess they probably are pay to get that plugin. This is called AI Melody Generator. We already saw a bunch of stuff online that said like ChatGPT can write a song for you. Here's one called Writer.
I use this one.
Okay. And then Busy Works Beats was talking about this one. This is like a app or engine that will basically write chords and melodies for you, right? So
wait, so that was my question. So if it generates the chords for us, then you can take that and put that same chord structure
into your DAW, right? So even if you didn't have like a plugin that worked, but you found some way for a machine or a website to say like C minor, A minor, F major, whatever, right? You just need to create that loop or that like 4-bar sequence, and then have something else create a melody on top of that, right? So if you like you hit a wall and you can't find like a tool that will do it, we could talk in the chat and we could go out and ask other producers if they know of tools to use. But the idea is chords, melody, lyrics, and then from there you could go on and on. You could create your whole virtual character or whatever. But all this stuff is happening already. People are not making one musical decision, and they're putting out music that is completely created by computers. And Q just dropped a music video that was using all AI generated images. So Q, what did you use for the music video?
I used Dolly.
Okay, that made all the images.
Yeah.
Dolly 2 or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I think if you just Google DALL-E, it'll pop it up. I think it's either Open Labs,
right?
Open something.
Open AI. Right.
There you go.
And yeah, you could download this app too. I have this app on my phone, so you could just make images just by prompting it.
Yeah, and when you first log in or whatever, I guess it gives you a lot more free images, and then after a while, you have to pay for your membership. You know what I mean? So when y'all know me, I've been dabbling off and on with this stuff for a while. I normally use DistroPick, which is a thing that DistroKid uses. I still think we have a little ways to go because some of these images are horrific. Even if you look at the video I made, some of the DistroPick is a good one to use as well. If you have music on DistroKid, you already have DistroPick, you just don't know it. You know what I mean? If not, you have to sign in to use that one. I don't know. See if it'll generate an image for free. I don't know if
it's asked me to sign in, but I don't have a login.
So I mean, look at Joe right here. Like, look at Joe. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'll diss all y'all. I'll diss left, right, middle. I don't care, dog. Everybody can get dissed, Trump and Joe. But look at Trump's chin. Like, Trump's got a little thing with the skin, but you know what I'm saying? Like they didn't do him right there. You know what I mean? AI still has a little go to get the finer nuances of some of this stuff, I think. But like that's amazing. Like
so you said you use Writer for song lyrics?
I have used Writer. Writer's the same type of thing. They'll give you a lot of free, they'll give you a few free demos or whatever, and then they'll want you to either pay for a subscription to really get in depth. I use Writer for a few different things. I'll just say it. Shout out to all my all of the non-traditional students out there going to school and having to do what you got to do. They know what's going on. All these professors know what's going on with all this AI stuff, and they'll tell you straight up like, hey, you're kind of on your own. Nobody's going to tell you to do something or not to do something. And there's a time and a place when to do something. So I think that was brought up in one of my classes, that site writer. So I was using it for something for schoolwork initially. But then I said, let me try to write a song with this thing. And I have lyrics in my writer can. I should bring them up and show them to you guys. Like, I think it can be turned into something, you know what I mean? Like, it's bugged. It's bugged out. Like, that thing generates, I guess there's tiers. So if you say, give me something really complex based on this emotion and these themes and this and that, it's going to kick out some solid, material.
I feel like AI has been, AI is dope to me, man. I mean, at first I was skeptical because, like anything new, people want to hold on to what's familiar. They want to hold on to what is tried and true for them. You know what I'm saying? There's unknown and all these. Every time new technology comes out, there's a wave of people losing their jobs. There's a wave of people getting rich real quick off of it. And then there's a wave of people who are like, no, we ain't gonna touch it. Absolutely not. And then they have to adapt to it anyway, right? Look at Google. Google was our version of AI in our time, in our lifetime. You had encyclopedias, and then all of a sudden you could go online and type in a couple words and find out anything you wanted to know anywhere in the world. That was AI. That to us was what AI is doing right now. Only difference is right now it's creating for people, but it's the same concept that we've always had. Someone does it, then somebody does it better, then somebody does it even better. And what I've learned with this particular transition is get your board ready and master how you want to hop into this wave, because it's coming. No matter what, it's going to come. And nothing is ever going to replace people doing what they do. This is just going to fast pace and fast track what people are doing and how they're doing it.
Okay, let's give him some song ideas. Robot, wait. Yeah, give it a couple of variants. Current creativity level. See what I mean? You can go low, medium, high. Give it more prompts.
Sorry.
You wasted a turn, but you'll be good.
So I'm already writing lyrics to this song. Intro.
See?
We've been living in a world of chaos and confusion, but now the robots have taken over. It's time for a new solution.
Oh,
come on, let's go.
So we've been trying to find a way to make the world a better place.
Whoa.
So the robots have come to show us the way. They know what it takes.
Here comes the chorus.
Taking over the good of humanity.
Robots taking over the good of humanity. A new era of peace and prosperity.
It's like the theme song to the new Transformers movie.
No more wars, no more suffering, no more poverty. Robots taking over for the good of humanity.
That's the chorus. That's the hook.
Yeah, that works.
You would put this prompt in as I'm saying I support AI, and then it's shit. I don't support it no more.
All right, well, I got my song. See, I'm a fourth of the way there. Bridge we. Ah, damn.
Bridge we.
We.
That's the end of the song. Bridge we.
All right, so that's what I'm talking about. And the thing is, like in the chat this week, we could just share other tools that we find along the way. Chords, melody.
Now, here's the one I'm looking for. Somebody said they have the AI singer.
Yeah, we talked about that.
There's an Ableton plugin that lets you rap like Kendrick.
What was it? Oh man, what the hell was it? See, I'm gonna have to search for it now.
On a side note, but similar, y'all saw that thing I sent in the group chat and Instagram for Joe Biden. Did I send that to y'all?
Yeah. I saw it. Yeah, they made a bunch of those too. That wasn't even the worst one. There was a bunch of them.
Right. That was kind of tame. Kind of. It was rated R.
Oh, look, here we go. We got get a singer right now too. Oh man, I'm gonna be on so many.
Hey, come out and then do it again. You know
Here comes the spam. Here comes the spam.
Stop it. You should. Never mind. You're already done. He's like, that one's, you can burn that email, huh?
All right. Well, yeah, it's like my main joint, so for production. But anyways, so that's the idea. if so chords, melody, even if you got lyrics and the melody, apparently you could go into mellow bites, something like this, and you could like
That's crazy.
put the lyrics in
That's
and
crazy.
something would sing. So we're
Right.
we're building a robot. And I always show you guys too, in Logic, you could just have the AI drummer create drums for you if you wanted to.
Same thing with Serato.
Yeah, man.
Well,
So
not the drummer, but the patterns.
so the idea is to do as much as you can, create a whole thing, but if you could only do portion of it, it's fine. Because some of this shit is free, some of it isn't, and it's hard to find the free stuff that actually works good. But if you got some of it built into your DAW already, just use that. Chords, melody, lyrics, and all that. Okay.
Did y'all hear about that AI rapper?
Yeah.
Yes.
Meko.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought we talked about that.
We did.
We
did. Yeah.
We did, I guess.
We were saying
case. We should follow up on.
We should
see what's going on with the homie.
That was like a whole Avatar situation, right? And then he was like the seed engine that like brought in like the inflection and all that stuff. They like used his whole shit, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what about him was AI. I think his I think the lyrics were AI, but then there was like a real rapper who was rapping the AI lyrics.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there was like an avatar that was like generated, I think, by AI.
Yes.
And then I think they did some videos or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that was just an experiment, but whatever. But I do see it. You know what I see it? I see it becoming an extension of human art. So it's like it's a way for people to be even more artistic, right? Because now an artist could probably do like, let's say they want to do an album about like one thing. Like I want to do a whole album about a purple cup, like let me just have AI do it. You know what I mean? It's gonna allow for more creativity and more output, essentially. Just because of how easy it is for people to create things. But there's gonna be a creativity within that,
Absolutely. Yeah. And like just to get like the ball rolling if you don't have like an idea or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
good point.
Here's your idea. Write a song about, you know what I mean? Or fix this. Like if I took this and just fixed it up a little bit to make it, less cheesy here and there. That's like,
do this. Oh wow. So you still have the melody though.
Yeah, I still have to do the melody part. But look, now we're in the mellow bites joint and it's about to sing for us in like 2 seconds. But we don't have to keep going because we're like
crazy.
Way over
That's
time.
Crazy.
Almost there. I'm just taking out where it says chorus so she doesn't sing hook or chorus in the track.
All right, while he's working on that, fellas, when's a good night for us to watch some stuff and kick back and have some goofy Q2 type shit? What Mondays and Wednesdays are out for me.
I feel like Cheek is probably the busiest he's probably considering. When does it go down for you, Cheeky?
Oh,
a couple weeks, right?
A bunch is going down. Actually, we should stop this. Let's stop this.
Okay. He's like, I gotta go right now.
No, I mean we should stop going live. We could finish up. All right, y'all. 3 beats later. Peace out.